wide off the mark. Now Chicago's gone 1-2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
He's all alone. Here's Dunleavy. And a little luck that time, but it drops. And the Bulls lead by 5.
It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break points.
Greg, it's really the main reason they're in front. All that early offense. I mean, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it.
Just 5 to shoot. George double teamed.
Bulls foul.
And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
The Indiana Pacers had a solid season last year, given they were without their star for most of it. They played well at home.
Yeah, even without Paul George,
2.
they were in contention. How about 23-18 at home, which is really a solid mark when you consider they didn't have their 2 best players from a season ago.
You know, for the Pacers and their 23-18 home record, that was better than several teams that made the playoffs in the East. They were very tough at home at the defensive end of the floor.
And taken away by Ellis. A 3. Good. Ellis has got the game tied up here for the Pacers.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders. And the Pacers were 3rd in the league in field goal percentage against at home. Something about this crowd really drives the Pacers on the defensive end, even in a down year.
Lawson kicks to Mahimi. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Back to Rose. Double team on Rose. Dunleavy for 3. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Dunleavy's got 7 points.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
George with the ball. Butler covering. A shot by Lawson. Wide open. Here's Ellis. And Gasol sends it back.
Paul George.
That is good. 20 points for Paul George.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
And Dunleavy gets it to go in.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
For 3, Lawson. That doesn't go either for Lawson.
I think he's got to regroup and get himself together here. I mean, something's going wrong with him this quarter. He's really falling off.
Yes.
What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us, Greg. I mean, there's just another fantastic dime drop right there. That one certainly should make the highlight reel.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. George with the ball. Butler covering. And it's Mahimi finishing it off.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that 2-hand.
And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. It's Chicago up 7. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter. The 4th quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. Pacers trail by 7. They've got Paul George. George Hill out there with Ellis. Then it's Turner. And it's Mahimi in at the 5 down low. That's the Pacers 5. Hill has the open look. That one off the back iron and out.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
Chicago foul call.
Some fantastic numbers here
That's
for
his
Turner.
first personal
He's got
foul.
13 points, and his 2 blocks have given them a lift.
Line for your Pacers.
No doubt about it. He's been a
Miles
rim
Turner.
protector, and it's starting to get into the heads of their opponent. And really, the Bulls weathered a lot of injuries last season and still had a good showing in the East. Came away with the 3 seed when many thought they would sink down after missing so many games from key players.
Here's Dunleavy. And it's sent back by Hill. But they recover it. Hill sets the screen for Ellis. George with the ball. Butler covering. Passes to Ellis. From outside the arc. Here's Rose. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And Turner kicks to George. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. George has got 23.
And it looks to me like he still has some of the shooting touch that he displayed in the first.
Rose dishes to Gasol. And Turner with the block. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. The defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
And it's Ellis penetrating. And the layup's good off the glass.
I mean, you never expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
Gasol passes to Butler. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Gasol's got 3 assists now in this one.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Miles Turner. It's incredible to think that Pau Gasol last year set a career high in points in a game for as long, Clark, as he's played. He had that 46-point game in January.
Yeah, that's 46 points for Powell to go with 18 rebounds. I mean, you rarely see a player of his age putting up a career high like that.
That's his second personal foul.
Mirotic is checked in for Taj Gibson.
George!
And it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut down now to just 3 in the basket from Paul George. Turner with the steal. Hill fires. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And with Powell, that 46-point game, he became the oldest player to get 45 points and 15 rebounds.
Rose, good.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
Outside for George. It's back to Hill. To the middle. Gasol with the steal. Down low. Here's Butler. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Turner. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Hill, he's checked in for Turner.
And a final point, guys, with Powell's career game. It's crazy to think that he did it while not being the first offensive option. I mean, he had been the go-to guy with his time in Memphis for so long.
And it comes off the front of the rim. And it's Rose penetrating. And he gets the bucket. Rose has got 4 points in the quarter.
And all quarter long, he's been zeroed in and knocks down big shot after big shot here in the fourth.
Wants to get it to Butler and does. Pass to Dunleavy. Stolen by George. The drive by Hill. Throws with the block.
Bulls foul.
Heck, and still knocked it down. Nice composure.
That's his third personal
And a
foul.
closer look here at the hustle stance for the Bulls.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
And how about the work they're doing also on the offensive glass? Creating those extra opportunities has been critical.
That's his first personal foul.
And the call will be against George Hill. That is his first foul of the game.
That's 2 unproductive trips in a row, ending in turnover.
And one thing you can't do is string together those kinds of possessions. It can snowball and hurt.
And he could not get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And the second of 2 is good. That gives them a 4-point cushion. Here's Hill. Outside, George. Picked up by Hill. Ellis, wide open.
Ellis.
The shot's good on the assist by George.
He's been ready to do work in the 4th quarter.
To the inside. Here's Butler. And it's sent back by George.
Bulls ball.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. 1:02 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Stolen by Ellis. And a fast break now for the Pacers. The dish to Hill. George double team. From deep, Ellis. Nice D from Rose. And it's Butler missing.
You know, just a little too fancy on that play.
Well, you don't want to force any play, but particularly the alley-oop. You'd like to try that when it's wide open.
Timeout called the Pacers.
And
They're
now, let's hear
trailing
it
by
for
2.
your Pace-Mates.
32 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Sideline with Doris Burke.
Kevin, I was able to hear the advice Frank Vogel gave to his team during that last break. His message, don't even look at the score right now. We've got to make one play at a time and execute. That's how we take this thing home. Kevin is trying to keep them focused.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Gibson comes in for Miritich. And Tony Snell subbed in for Mike Dunleavy. There's 10 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
And he ends up making the second, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Timeout called the Pacers. They trail by 3.
And now, let's hear it for your
6 seconds left in the 4th quarter. What do you think, guys?
And there's still time left, so they don't necessarily have to go for the 3. A quick, easy bucket inside will do.
Well, I think the clock's a little short here for that. I'm not quite sold on the quick 2. I think they've got to look for a quality 3 to try to tie this thing up based on where the clock is right now.
And here's George for 3. Can't get the 3 to fall. And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game.